Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Laura's Place of Art, and I'm going to do the last series on the trees so that you can get an idea and finish on the tree section. There will be more trees as we go along because I do a lot of other different techniques, but this is just to get you in the mood for feeling confident, to pick up a pen, to pick up a gel pen, to pick up a pencil or even a fine liner and start to draw. It's really important that you have time out for yourself and you feel confident. So I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about changing your state of mind. When you're not feeling in the best place, and you're looking for all different things, whether you are just kind of, what should I say, maybe moping about, or you're just not in the right place to feel confident and things are getting you down, and it may be that you are having issues at work or you're having issues at different things that are coming up at you that are a lot of negativity. The best thing you can do is change your state of mind. In order to make a very quick change of mind, stick on some music and get up and dance. Stick on some music and get up and dance. It changes your state of mind very, very quickly, and it's an instant result. The other way of actually changing your state of mind is maybe to do some exercise. I listen to Walk a Happy Mile, which is all about exercise in the home. And that is a really good way to change my state of mind and also get me going, because there's other people online dancing. And so it's Walk a Happy Mile. It's really good. It's done by an American girl called Debbie. And she kind of gets you moving, and it's all about walking and stepping and just moving your legs. That's another way to get you out of a state of mind. The other way to get you out of and change your state of mind is go out into nature and do some walking. I would say get yourself a dog, because a dog is the great way to change your step of mind. You've got to care for somebody else. But as I don't have a dog, a friend of mine has a gorgeous dog. But I would say change your state of mind in different ways that you can then start to build up your confidence and belief in yourself. And it is to do with belief. It's all very easy for me to sit here and tell you that, because I several years ago went through, and it's something I've mentioned before, went through a loss of my mother, and I went into a very circling depression, and it took me a long time, quite a few years, to come out of it. And what I learnt during that whole process and what I was feeling, people knew and friends knew that I was hitting rock bottom, and I kept denying things, but actually I knew I was sinking. And it's very interesting, all the things I did in order to come across as lifting myself up. And as I go along, I will tell you a little bit more. But it's important to remember you are only human. We are all going through something in our lives, whether it is a bad home life, whether it is abusive marriage, whether it is you're feeling the victim, whether something's happened. For me, it was later on in life, from the age of about 40. Up until then, I was a pretty happy person. I've now incredibly content. Yeah, there are a few things I could change, believe me, but we all can. But at the same time, I was very content before sort of around about the age of 40, and things went crazy wrong for me. But I've come out, and at the same time, very much a survivor. And you've just got to believe in yourself again to get up, do things, and just change how you are. And for me, art was a big, big part of it. And I think for 8 years, I didn't really do anything towards my self-development. Now I'm purely into self-development. Anyway, let's get on with an art course, so that we actually start to build up your skills. Right. So just angling the camera. Okay. So on this one today, we're going to start to add, and I'm going to pick up the, again, going with black. I'm going to pick up doing this. So now I'm going to, I can choose, so this is the 4th series, I can choose whether I want to add in some leaves. And I'm just going to do a few little ones, and literally very, very small, very, very small. I don't know if you can see that. So very, very small, just adding on some few leaves, and it doesn't have to be a cluster, but it can start to, and again, you're sketching and you're not making too much of it. And it just can be in places where you think you need it. You don't need to do them all the way over. You may just decide to put them in different places, and it can add. So now you are adding in some detail, and I've got a little bit of detail going on there. And then you may choose not to add in, okay, you may like to keep it just on the line side, but now I'm just going to add in just in areas, but not all over. And I may add in some brushes, and it almost looks like kind of like little heart shapes, but not too much of the roundedness, just more of a kind of leaf type shape. So you're just building up your areas there and just making a little bit more detail. And I tried to work in odd numbers, because in art, odd numbers, I think it's to do with the Fibonacci technique. Here I'm going to put in another one because I realize I've got 4. So I'm just going to go here. And then you can start to add in some tone on those. So I've got about 3 there. I'm going to go with 1 down here. Okay, so again, all you're doing is, or maybe about 3 there, just like there's something about sort of some of the branches. Some you'll like to have some on and some you won't. But it's just adding a little bit detail. So I've got 3 places, working with a cluster of 3, a cluster of 5, cluster of 3. I'm now going to go with probably just a few odd ones in my areas, okay? And again, just building up, and it doesn't have to be all over. It's just small, simple ideas coming through, and we're just going to go with some odd ones here too. And as you go along, just remember you don't have to fill up every single space. You can leave them, you can actually leave them plain, or you can add in some tone as you go along. So I'm just going to leave that, and I'm going to put probably another one coming around in here. Okay, so I'm good. This is my winter tree, I've decided. This is already my winter tree, like the leaves are falling off. Don't have to overdo it. So now I'm going to go to my fine liner. I've got a thing about my fine liner. And I'm just going to kind of come in and just on one side do cross hatching. So it's just making areas of it darker. Okay, so it's standing out a little bit more. And then I'm going to just in again, opposite side, and just add in a bit more cross hatching. That one I'm just going to go and kind of make it so that it comes up from the bottom. All right, so, and that one I'm just going to add a little bit more. And then again, so you're building up your layers. Okay, so this is just one session on trees, and as I go along I'm going to build up, but I'm going to build up with other techniques that you can do. And again, I think I've mentioned before about using trees. The reason I'm using trees is because it's energy, and that's what we need a lot of, is some energy coming through. So again, I'm just filling up where you can just add, and again, so it doesn't have to be all over, just in areas, and just again coming up and filling things in. So I do tend to work a lot in nature, trees and flowers, because being a designer, but again, all I'm doing is kind of showing you techniques to build. And as you get more confident and doing possibly a composition, which I will talk about later on in some other videos, you will begin to feel a little bit more confident about your drawing skills. Okay, so I will bring that all in. So this, you know, when I think about what I'm doing, I'm kind of giving like little mini series that you can do to build up your skills in the actual art side of things. So I'm just going to turn this back on to me. Oops. And put that down. Anyway, if you like what you see, subscribe. You know, just be you, be confident, and just be amazing. In fact, you know you're amazing already. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.